So I spoke about the distance. Now let me talk about the difference between speed and velocity. How do the two how does the two differ from each other? Speed is the total distance traveled per total time, and velocity is the rate of change of position. You can see the formulas for speed is v equals to d over t. T is always in seconds, so make sure you convert your time from minutes to second. D is the velocity, is the distance. V is the speed, and also on the velocity formula, the definition of velocity is the rate of change of position. Displacement is measured in meters. Same thing with distance. Time is measured in seconds. Velocity is measured in meter per second. So make use of these two formulas. So you can see a question is there. A person cycles. This person is cycling, as you can see there. A person cycles from A to B and then to C. The entire journey takes 14 seconds. Calculate the average speed. Calculate the magnitude of average velocity. Look at this triangle. This person is cycling. Okay, it's probably having fun. Cycling is cycling his bike, whatever, bicycle, and as you can see, from A to B we got 4 meters. He traveled from the tree to the house with 4 meters. He also traveled from the house to the tree with 3 meters BC, and then AC is 5 meters. So the question is, what is the average speed and the magnitude of average velocity? We just apply this formula in order to calculate the average speed for this question. So let's try to do this together. So first thing we're gonna do is to draw a triangle to analyze the situation. I like questions like this because they help you analyze the situation. The more you analyze, you're going to find answers along the way. We got this triangle ABC. So you can see from A to B we got 5 meters. From B to C we got 3 meters. From A to C we got 5 meters. And the first thing we're gonna do when calculating average speed is to know the formula. Is V equals to D over change in time. D, which is the distance in meters, time in second, speed in meter per second. So what is D? D is the distance traveled. This person is what? Is cycling from A to B. We need to find the distance from A to B plus distance from it was cycling from A to B and then to C. Distance from B to C. So the total distance is going to give you the total distance must give you 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, which is 8. Correct? No. 5. I made a mistake here. It's 4 here. AB is not 5. It's not 5. It's 4 meters. So it's 4 plus 3 meters. Then your distance is going to be 7 meters. Then once you find your distance, you will have to go back to the formula for speed, which is V equals to D over change in time. So there's no space, so let me just continue. So V equals to D over change in time. I found my 7 meters as the distance, and the time they gave us, right, it's 14 second. 14 second. Let me go back. A person cycles from A to B and then to C. The entire journey takes 14 seconds. So time is sorted because it is in second. Always convert your time. When you convert your time from minutes to second, I think you multiply it by 60. And when you go back from seconds to minute is divide by 60. Divide by 60. Yeah, I think I didn't make a mistake, or if I made a mistake, it's just the opposite. So you're going to divide 7 meters by 14 seconds. You will find your d. D is going to be, take out your calculator and punch. You're going to get 0.5 meters. Distance is always in meters. Same thing with displacement. 0.5 meters. You see, so this is how you calculate the average speed. Now we need to find velocity. How do we find velocity? Um, we're going to say v equals to change in delta x divided by change in time. This is the formula we use to calculate velocity. Change in x we know is the displacement, so it's different from distance. Change in x is the displacement. What is the displacement on you look on the left side of the triangle? The distance we saw is 7 meters because we added AB plus BC. So the displacement, this person is cycling from A to B and to C. So we know that AC, from A to C, we have what? Hypotenuse, which is 5 meters, you know. So displacement is going to be 5 meters. Divide by time. Again, time is still the same, it's 14 seconds. So your average average velocity is going to be 5 meters divided by 14 seconds. You will get hey, I made a mistake on that first calculating speed. On the final answer, I'm starting to see it now, but I hope you can check and go back. And but 5 meters divided by 14 is going to be 0.36 meter per second. You see, this is how you calculate average speed and average velocity. Then we gotta move forward to the next question. Let's do the next question together. So I got this question. A person moves from A to B to C and then to D. So you can see this person is probably snowing. I think it's having fun there. You can see, but it's covering different distance. From A to C is covering 40 meters in 2 minutes, because it started from 0 minutes to 2 minutes and covered 40 meters. From C to D he covered 1 minute because it's 2 to 3 minutes. So probably it's 3 minus 1, then it's going to cover 1 minute. And from D to B he covered 2 minutes because it's 3 minus 1 is 2 minutes. So probably from A to B he covered 2 plus 1 minus 2. Okay, let's do this together. Determine the average speed from A to D. How do you find the average speed from A to D? Okay, let's go back and try to help each other. Let me wipe out everything. Sorry. Let me remove everything and you calculate the average speed from A to D. So this is what you're going to do. The first thing you will need to analyze the question. They are looking for average speed. We know that average speed is V equals to D over change in time. So distance, we need to find distance. Okay, let's go back. Look at this. This guy is covering how many distance? From A to C, from C to D, from D to B. So it's covering 3 distance. So we need to calculate the distance from A to B plus B to C plus C to D. A to B plus C to D plus C to D. Okay, let me write them down. Distance, we need to find A to B plus distance of B to C plus distance of C to D. So distance, wait, we're gonna use this formula later. Let's find what we need first. We need the distance. So distance AB, when you analyze the situation, look, this person, he covered from A to B, he jumped. Let's skip CD and look, from A to B, he covered the time from 0 minutes to 1 minute. So it's just 1 minute from A to B. The distance is 40 plus 100 plus 40, which is 180. A to B distance is 180. Let me write 108. I think I need to decrease size of this pen. 1, but I don't think it's going to be visible. 180 plus I think I should increase 180 plus the distance BC. Look, we got the distance from B to C is 100 plus 40, which is 140. 140, and we need the distance from CD. What is the distance from CD? What is the distance? Ketila. What is the distance from CD? Is 100 meters. You can see 100 meters. Yes, true. 100 meters. So the total is going to give you how much? 420, if I'm not mistaken. 420 meters. This is the distance, right? Total distance, right? So when we go back to the formula, V equals to total distance divided by change in time, we have 420 meters divided by, what is time? Time, we know that if we check the scenario again, the question, this person is moving from A to B to C and then to D, so it probably is moving from A to D when it comes to time. Look at the time from A to D is what? 3 minutes, right? It's 3 minutes. You can see from time A is time equals to 0 minutes, D is time equals to 3 minutes. So that 3 minutes, when it comes to the formula, we don't use minutes, we use seconds. So we need to convert 3 minutes times 60 seconds, and you're gonna get 420 divided by 180 second. So your time, the answer for speed is going to be 2,33 is 2,33 is 2,33 meter per second. If you divide 420 by 318, 2,33 meter per second. This is your answer when you're calculating average speed. So the next question is for you to determine the average velocity. How do you find the velocity from A to D? So we're gonna wipe out everything because we need this space. Well, soon I need to make sure I budget and get the bigger board because this one is too small. So, how do we find the average velocity? So, B, we're gonna say formula. We need to remember the formula. V equals to delta x divided by time. So, what is our displacement? We know that this person is covering a distance from A to B to C and then to D. So our displacement is the whole distance, which is AD. So when it comes to distance from A to D, you can see it's 40 plus 100, which is 140. Simple. 140 divided by 140 meters divided by time. Time is still the same from A to D. You can see it covered 3 minutes, and there's still 3 minutes times 60, which is 180 second. And your average speed is going to be 140 divided by 180. How much do you get? Please calculate that and find the answer, because I don't have a calculator nearby. So this is the answer in meter per second. And then you get your 3 marks. I think this type of questions, they contribute 3 marks. And please practice makes perfect. You can never know it by the first try, but the more you do it is the more you understand. And consistent. So let's continue with the lesson. We were calculating average speed and average velocity. As you can see, we'll get another example, which I'm not gonna do with you, but you can do for yourself. John starts running at A and goes anti-clockwise and stops at B. You can see John there is running and running inside this field. It looks like a soccer field. The run takes 30 seconds. Determine the magnitude velocity from A to B. You can see. So from A to B, it's going to be 100 plus 50, which is 150 divided by 30 second. And then determine the average speed from AB. I think the speed from AB. This is a rectangle. Two sides are equal. And displacement is going to be, it's 100 plus 50 plus 2. This one you need to do it, and maybe you will tell me the answer in the comment section, because I don't think you will get it, but me, I already saw the answer. Let's continue to the next definition, which we need to know. Acceleration. Acceleration, they use it in vehicles. What is acceleration? Is the rate of change of velocity. So the formula is there. A equals to change in V over change in time, and Vf minus Vi, we know velocity final minus velocity initial divided by time in second. This is the formula, and we got this question, which I can show you. Car moves from A to B in 5 seconds. Calculate acceleration. So let's try to do it. It's simple. Just remember what is your V final and what is your V initial. You're going to say acceleration equals to V final minus V initial divided by change in time. So this car is moving from A to B in 5 seconds. So the first velocity is initial is 5 meter per second, and second velocity is 8 meter per second. So V final is 8 minus 5 divided by 5 seconds, which will give you please give me the answer here in meter per second. Please write the answer in the comment section. So Yeah, thank you for watching. Let me show you. There's a lot of examples. There is a lot of examples which can literally get you started, because you need to start from these notes and then you go to question papers. You're gonna be ready, trust me. A car is initially moving at 12 meters per second east. Over the next 4 seconds, it reaches a velocity of 18 meters per second in the same direction. Determine the acceleration. See different examples, which will help you understand the content fully. You can see an airplane begins from rest, which means that rest is going to be our v initial, because it's rest. The airplane is stationary, it's not moving. Velocity initially is 0, but later and begins traveling eastward along a runaway. The reason why they write about east west was not south is because they want you to use the direction. East, take right as positive. What it reaches a velocity of 60 meters per second in 20 seconds. So before lifting off the ground, determine the airplane's acceleration. Another example you can see here, Tony is driving along at 20 meters per second in a northerly direction. He observes a red light and brings his car to a stop over 10 seconds. So probably V final is going to be 0, because um, he initially is driving 20 meters per second, but he stopped. So V initial is going to be 20 meters per second. V final is going to be 0, and time is 10 seconds. Calculate acceleration. Same questions, but they will train you to know how to use the formula at the right time. But I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share, and give me the answers in the comment section, and we'll see if they are correct. I will correct you there. So yeah.